Hola otra vez, clase. Hi again. This video is to go over our Connect page. I am now in student view here, so hopefully this is what your page looks like once you are registered for my class. And basically these are all your assignments. By week, your quizzes and exams are here. There's some optional practice activities, and there's also some grammar tutorials for things like if we're going over direct object pronouns and you don't remember what a direct object pronoun is in English, then you can review those grammar structures in this folder here. So I will point out a few things. Right here in this drop-down menu is where you can sort of decide how you want these assignments to show up. I would suggest using either Next Assignments or Calendar, because that's going to set you up so that you know the deadlines for each of these activities. When I click on Next Assignments, it's taking a moment, but it should have the assignments that are due next listed first. Here we go. So you'll see there's a drop-down arrow here as well. On the 12th, you all have a lot to do. Quite a lot due on the 12th. So you can see all your assignments, and then you'll see there are only maybe 3 assignments on the 15th, 4 on the 16th, the 5, well, there's a few on the 16th. But you'll see that you have everything listed by deadline. So that's a lot better for you guys to keep up with when you have to complete your assignments. The ebook is also a really important resource here on Connect, so you'll want to click on that. And this is where you can show the menu. You can, let's say we're on chapter 1. In your course calendar, it tells you on a day-to-day basis what pages of the book you should be reading and taking notes on. So let's say tema 1, in capítulo 1, we're going to be going over, first thing, los saludos, las presentaciones y las despedidas. Well, you want to go ahead and read the pages of the book that go over this topic. There's also some cool features here in the ebook, like you can play...
Hola, Paula. ¿Cómo estás?
You can play things out loud. So that you can practice the pronunciation, listening. There's a vocab list. There's grammar explanations. The ebook you definitely want to pay attention to. If I go back home, I'm going to see the list of assignments again. You also will have Learn Smart activities due. These will be in your homework list, wherever it says LS, that's a Learn Smart, but it's also a great tool to use when studying for exams. So you can just click on the Learn Smart icon and you'll see here that there's vocab and grammar for each chapter, and it's basically like flashcards. So you can click here and it's going to give you a question. You're going to first decide how sure you are of the answer and answer the question, and it'll sort of adapt the tool to your abilities, your knowledge, how many questions you need to answer. You can also use reports. So when you're studying for an exam, you can go into reports and you can think, well, you can look at which questions that I missed the most. Those are the ones that I probably need to study the most. You can create a practice quiz for yourself. There's all kinds of neat little tools in here that you might want to play around with. So that's the Learn Smart tool. Definitely look at that more carefully. Also, your grade book. I am going to be using the... this is the only student registered in the course so far. I am going to be using the gradebook on Connect as opposed to ELC. This is the instructor view, so obviously you will not be able to see your classmates' grades, only your own, but you do have access to your grades here on Connect. So even the discussion forum grades that you'll be completing on ELC, I will be posting your grades here on Connect in the gradebook for all the different categories. And with exams, you will also be expected to use Tegrity. All the instructions for how to use Tegrity are listed on ELC, but it is under the recorded lectures icon here on Connect. So do read all the instructions carefully, and you're going to want to practice with that tool before your first quiz. That is an overview of our Connect. Let's go back to student view here. That is an overview of your Connect site and all the resources that you have here. Please do let me know if you have any questions.